practices that we are doing in Indonesia. So, two things that I'm going to share with everyone this morning. One is our context in Indonesia, and second one, I'm going to share the legislation making process of our system. So, this is the context. We are neighbors just across the ocean, across the sea. This is not across the street, but it's very close. So, we are a country with 270 million people. 88%, if I can say that, of our population are Muslims. The remaining are Indonesia, and the constitution recognized 6 religions. They are all protected by the constitution. But still, we are the largest Muslim country in the world in terms of number of population. We have 190 million voters registered in our last election, 81% turnout. So we can say that we are the largest directly elected president. We are a unitary state in the sense that we are not federalism. All provinces, we have 34, but provinces have to be under the unitary state of Indonesia. So there are 3 branches of government, just like in other presidential system. We have the executive, which is led by the president, and the cabinet. Then the parliament, and our parliament maybe it's a bit unique as compared to other presidential system because we have 3 houses, but we are not really tricameral because the real power of the parliament is actually lies on the hand of the House of Representatives, the lower house. It has 575 MPs, representing about 80 electoral districts of the whole province. So electoral district is divided based on number of population, not on the area. So then we have also regional representative council. They are representing provinces, directly elected, 4 representatives per province. Even though they are directly elected to represent provinces, but they are not having a power as strong as the lower house. So they only will have authority to deal with legislation, oversight, and budget debate in relation to regional autonomy. So there's a limited areas they can work. But all the process has to go through the lower house. So that is the third house is the joint sitting. When the 2 houses sit together, then it forms a people consultative assembly, we call it. And the third branch of government is judiciary branch. It consists of 3. We have the Supreme Court, and then we have also the Judiciary Commission. Judiciary Commission is a kind of oversight, independent oversight commission in charge of overseeing the work of a judge. The third institution is called Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court, and the court will decide whether or not the law being passed is against the Constitution or in compliance with the Constitution. So the process of legislation in Indonesia is standardized in the sense that the procedure is actually the same. The parliament and the government agreed to pass a law on legislation making so that everyone at whatever level will apply a similar process for legislation making. Basically, the lawmaking process is kind of cycle in Indonesia. So the cycle. So basically, the lawmaking process is a cycle. It starts from the planning. So at all levels, at district government, at provincial government and parliament, they have to prepare a 5-year legislation agenda at the beginning of their office, at the beginning of their term. So planning is the first. The government will be coordinated with the Ministry of Justice, while the parliament will be coordinated by the legislation committee, Then goes to drafting. After the plan, it goes to drafting. The drafting process is done by every line ministry in the parliament is done by every committee. The committee can drop their own, members can drop their own, but each have their own support staff. The Indonesian parliament has central role like legislative drafting. So if certain committees are preparing draft and they can just come to the center to get help in drafting. The same thing in every government ministry, they have their own law, bureau of law. So they are the one who help drafting, and then it goes to pre-legislative scrutiny process. So the draft is reviewed. After the process is finished, then it will send to the plenary, and the plenary will adopt. When it is adopted, then it come to debate. The debate will be done at a committee level. Steering committee, so all the leadership of the committees and party caucus sit together with the leadership, with the speaker and the speaker. There is a steering committee. So there's a committee called steering committee. It consists of all the leadership, and they are the one who then decide whether that draft bill goes to which committee. After the law is being passed, then it comes to when the committee finishes the debate, it will go to plenary again, and it comes to what we call a second reading, something like that. The second debate is in the plenary, where it's sort of formality. So government will give their final say, the parliament, every party will give their final say, and then it will be passed by the plenary of the house. Then it will be sent to the state secretariat, to the president, basically, and the state secretary will do a promulgation. Then after 5 years, which is PLS, post-legislative scrutiny, 5 years after the law was passed, the parliament, the government is in charge of doing post-legislative scrutiny. So government is obliged to evaluate the implementation of the law after the law is passed after 5 years. It is obligation by law, but they are going to be selectively paid. 12 every year.